The Earth, our home, the only living planet known to us. For millions of years, life has flourished here. Civilizations have lived in perfect harmony with the land and its resources for centuries. But now, this balance is tipping. The world is witnessing a disruption of its natural cycles. The race for energy is creating tremendous pressures on our resources, resulting in increasing carbon dioxide emissions and affecting the climate. India, one of the fastest developing economies today, is also among the nations consuming a significant amount of energy. With the targeted annual growth rate of over 8%, India's electricity demand is expected to rise by 4 times over 25 years. The challenge is to ensure a sustainable growth using more energy-efficient practices at all levels. Experts believe that with the implementation of available energy efficiency technologies and renewable energy, India could reduce its electricity demand by 20 to 30%. The Energy Conservation Act of 2001 was enacted by the government to catalyze an energy efficiency movement and promote energy conservation in the country. BEE, the Bureau of Energy Efficiency, was established to formulate policies and strategies to help reduce the energy intensity of the Indian economy.
Particularly to address those areas where market failures are constraining the growth of energy efficiency. That's where BEE has been mandated a role through the Energy Conservation Act, and that's where BEE sets out to, through public policy interventions.
USAID India has a long presence of about 40 years of partnering with the Government of India in the energy sector. Since 2000, USAID and Government of India have a bilateral agreement on energy conservation and commercialization program, which is called the ECO program. The ECO program has basically implemented 3 phases: ECO phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3. Under phase 1, the focus was basically on capacity building and establishment of the Bureau of Energy Efficiency and the establishment of the Energy Conservation Act of Government of India. After the identification of the Energy Conservation Action Plan and the thrust areas, phase 2 focused on the building sector and the development of the Energy Conservation Building Code. One of the priority activities that we initiated about 3 years ago was the establishment of energy efficiency centers addressing different applications.
Today, in its 3rd phase, the United States Agency for International Development, USAID-supported ECO project, aligning with one of its objectives to create awareness and develop markets for energy efficiency technologies in key sectors of commercial buildings, small and medium enterprises and home appliances, is establishing 3 regional energy efficiency centers. REEC for buildings in Ahmedabad, REEC for small and medium enterprises in Nagpur, and REEC for home appliances in Kolkata.
All these 3 sectors, the building sector, the home appliance sector, as well as the small and medium enterprises sectors, these are also the priority areas of Government of India when it comes to implementing energy efficiency programs. So Bureau of Energy Efficiency already had programs in all these 3 areas, and the idea was to strengthen these programs by creating these institutions through public-private partnership.
These centers of excellence aim to be a catalyst towards an energy revolution in the country.
What AID has done is just created the environment for the centers to be established, catalyzing the movement. There's a lot more work to be done. But we do see these centers as agents of change. We do see these centers as networking with one another so that to the public one can offer a variety of services. In the journey towards energy efficiency, one would look at the centers as an important landmark.
India is facing rapid increase in urbanization today. It is estimated that by the year 2050, 700 million people will populate urban India. High living standards of this increasing urban population will mean higher energy demands in the future. Today, the domestic sector alone consumes 21% of the total electricity produced in the nation, second only to the industrial sector. Dependence on high energy consuming home appliances is on the rise. Lighting, refrigerators and air conditioners are among the highest energy guzzlers. Experts believe that by 2020, the annual energy consumption of a typical urban household will rise from 900 kilowatt-hour to 3000 kilowatt-hour. With limited resources available, the challenge is to meet this demand in a sustainable way. There is an urgent need for knowledge dissemination among various stakeholders, ensuring manufacture and use of energy-efficient home appliances. A vision also supported by the minister in charge.
Power tariff is increasing over a period of time, and people are quite aware that if they go for efficient devices, their energy bill will come down. In fact, in most cases, they have themselves calculated that in 2 to 3 years' time, one can easily recover the extra cost that goes towards buying the new energy efficient equipments.
REC Kolkata has been set up to provide an impetus and ensure the implementation of such practices. The centre is housed and managed by WEBREDA, the West Bengal Renewable Energy Development Agency.
It is becoming imperative on our part to consume less, to emit less greenhouse gases to the atmosphere. So for that, we shall have to enhance the efficiency of all the devices that we use. REC essentially will be an organization to take this message to the people, to the stakeholders, everybody.
The exhibit area of the centre will display energy-efficient home appliances, a platform for diverse stakeholders to meet, share information and encourage public education.
The centre in Calcutta on home appliances is a centre which is concerned with public and public education. So I see that centre playing a role of reaching out to the public to educate them on energy efficiency practices in home appliances, standards, labeling, technological choices and so on.
To ensure awareness at all levels, the centre will organize workshops, lectures and awareness campaigns. Publications and manuals have been developed. Easily available, these will be guides for buying and maintaining energy-efficient appliances in compliance with BEE's star labeling program.
What the BEE provides as an alternative to people is a brand, the BEE Energy Label, which says that this product is more energy efficient than the others that are available in the market. This makes it easy for you and I as consumers, as decision makers, to choose the more energy efficient product.
In addition to working with consumers, REC will also work to develop a network of manufacturers.
REC will definitely act as a link between the research institutions and the small manufacturers. We will take the small manufacturers to the universities, to the research institutions, and we will make them interact together.
To house these activities, an energy-efficient REC building supported by the government of West Bengal is being designed and conceptualized with technical assistance provided by USAID-supported Eco3 project.
The WEBREDA's REC building is designed to demonstrate various household products which are energy savers, and in consideration also the building is also energy efficient building. The building is designed in consideration with the local climatic factors, the site, the orientation of the site and some other features.
Regular research studies will help to understand the evolving home appliance sector. Several metrics like consumer behavior, consumer preference, projected costs, energy savings and available appliances will be constantly evaluated. REEC will draw from Webreda's prior experience in sustainability and education. Existing models of energy education parks for awareness among students will highly benefit REEC. The Rabi Rashmi Abasan, developed by Webreda, is the first solar housing complex in the nation, which will also act as a knowledge base for the REEC. Spread over 1.76 acres and running on passive and active solar technologies, this complex is also one of the living examples of sustainability.
We have already completed 18 numbers of awareness generation program among the people, among the engineering colleges, among the schools, and we are going to continue this type of program so that the awareness will generate. So there are tremendous response, tremendous behavioral change.
The need is for stakeholders to realize the importance of energy conservation and bring about change in their mindsets and practices.
If I have to conserve electricity, it is important because a bulk of the deficit at times, is because of a variety of reasons. Generation is one of them. Losses through transmission distribution is another one. And when we talk of the energy conservation and awareness is very, very important component so far as the consumer and people at large are concerned.
Based on the standards and labeling program of the Bureau of Energy Efficiency, energy savings for the nation in 2007-2008 were projected at 23.8 megawatt from air conditioners, 205 megawatt from refrigerators, and 31.6 megawatt from tube lights. This was due to the use of efficient appliances that amounted to a total of about 260 megawatts, capable of powering 32 lakh typical urban homes. This further translated into savings from transmission, distribution losses, and plant load. The REEC at Kolkata will play a critical role to mobilize stakeholders and catalyze the market towards transformation for a sustainable future. Efforts will have to begin from our own homes. The choice is ours for the change that we want to bring.
These centers are really instrumental in promoting energy efficiency throughout India. The centers and the project really are examples of the best way to work collaboratively together. You've just heard from a number of Indians who are working in those centers and on this project. You've heard from the Government of India officials. You've heard from other USAID officials. You've heard from teachers and students and businessmen and businesswomen. And you've heard from experts and management experts. You've heard from leaders of industry associations. Their voices tell the story.